Hi, it's David, and this is the 2050 100 for Porsche. So sub £20,000 Porsche, got a few options here. For me, the 986 Boxster is the one to have. It's a fantastic chassis, brilliant driving experience. Go for the manual gearbox, enjoy the summer with roof-off motoring. Got a bit more closer to that 20 grand budget. The RS60 Spider is a really good rare variant of it, which has still got a good appreciation story potentially. I'd avoid, though, the 911s at that price point, just because you're going to probably get a Tiptronic car that's going to maybe have a lot more miles on it. That could stand you, unfortunately, for a lot of bills in the future. So 986 Boxster, sub 20k, and you can't go wrong. So up to that 50k mark, it opens up so many Porsches, literally from a narrow body G Series, early 911, right up into the 991 you can now get into for 50k. So it really is dependent on what you're going for. For us, obviously, CarCrowd has an investment thesis. We would always look for a manual gearbox and one with a slightly rarer production numbers. I like the idea of going for either a slightly higher mileage 993, so last of the air-cooled. Again, cars and coffee presence is huge with that car. Or go for a manual turbo 996 car. They're around the 45k mark at the moment. If you can get one with a factory aero kit as well, fantastic looking cars, and also one that's got a good appreciation story given that big engine manual gearbox. Now, going up to the 100k mark, this is really where it gets very interesting and very exciting, but also where it gets really possible to make quite a bit of capital moving forward. If you look at the 997 GT3, that is a fantastic car. One that will give you immense driving pleasure, but also one, because of the manual gearbox as well, and one of the best and last of the mechanical steering cars, they're going to go up in value, I think, in the near future. You also have the 996 GT2 within that price range, another fantastic opportunity to get into a fairly rare variant of the 911 series. But the one I think I would go for, the one that I absolutely adore, is the Carrera Super Sport. So going back a bit older into the early 80s, you know, with the big wide arches, the massive, great big rear wing. They're around the 100k mark now for a sub 100,000 mile example. If you find one that's been well looked after with a great history and great provenance, that really, I think, is a way of getting weekend motoring, massive cars and coffee presence, but also not losing a penny and maybe making some decent money in the future.